Here.
Here.
Here. Are there any conflict of interest statements?
None for me.
Not for me.
Okay, I do want to make one that I will not be participating in any police matters. Moving on to number 4, approval of the minutes of the meeting of February 29th, 2026.
Motion to approve those minutes.
And I second them.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 5, bid openings. We have quotes for the Lawndale Lighting Project. And it looks like there are 2. Again, that's quotes for the Lawndale Lighting Project. The first one is from Midwestern. And the quote from Midwestern is $157,309.25. And again, $157,309.25, and that's from Midwestern Electric. The second one is from Hawk Enterprises. And the bid from Hawk is $126,083.51. Again, $126,083.51. And that's the 2 quotes for the Lawndale Lighting Project.
Motion to forward to engineering then. Okay. I make a motion that we forward this to engineering for review, tabulation, and recommendation.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You good, Mark?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, moving on to quotes for J.F. Mahoney ditch improvements. The first one is from Reith Riley. Their bid is $139,915. Again, that's from Reith Riley for $139,915. The second one is from H3. Their bid is $120,490. That's H3 Concrete, $120,490. And the last one is from Milestone. And their bid is $207,146. That's Milestone Contractors, $207,146.
Yes, I would recommend it being referred to engineering. The first project was just a regular street lighting project, and this one's just cleaning up the ditch to make it flow better, so I would recommend.
Okay.
Motion to refer to engineering for review.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Number 6, matters from other department heads or their representatives. Moving on to correspondence, number 7, letter A. Correspondence received from Jeffrey Long, Chief of Police, requesting the approval of Peyton Jordan to be appointed as a probationary member effective February 3rd, 2026, and approval of the petition for retirement of Master Sergeant Sean Jorsch, who has served the citizens of Hammond for 25 years, effective the close of business of March 28th, 2026.
Motion to approve Chief Long's request.
And I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Moving on to letter B, correspondence received from Bethany Mendez, City Baptist School, requesting school zone signs installed at 478 State Street for safety concerns.
I would recommend just sending it to us for recommendation to engineering department.
Okay.
Motion to refer to engineering.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter C, correspondence received from the Controller's Office requesting the approval of the renewal of amusement device license for Game Time 3 Bar.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 8, matters from board members.
No.
No.
I just want you both to know I'm filled with adulation for both of you. Just maybe make you aware of that.
Return the adulation.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Number 9, new business. Letter A, right-of-way permits received from engineering submitted for approval.
So we have 2 from regular sewer contractors fixing some issues, plumbing issues, and 2 from NIPSCO hooking up new gas is one, and another one is just repairing a gas leak on residential. So I would recommend approval. Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter B, late business license hearing for A1 affordable signs.
Good morning.
Good morning. Could you give us your name, sir, and your association with the business?
Raymond Thomas, Vice President of Affordable Sign Company, A1
Okay.
Affordable Signs.
Could you give us what happened during those 2 years?
Yeah, I got skin cancer, ended up with 14 stitches in my face, decided to let the business go, but I didn't know that I was supposed to notify the controller's office that I was supposed to fill out a form to let them know. There's no business being conducted there. There's no deliveries, no business, no profit, no nothing going on there. I just didn't want to get rid of my equipment, and I've been building out a pole barn at my home where the equipment's going to go to, but I do it myself. But there is no business conducted there no more. No, I did notify the building department when I was shutting down, but I didn't know I was supposed to fill out a paper to let them know.
So when was the last day business was conducted there?
And I believe end of '24, August of '24.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you let them, is that the same time you let them know that you were?
Yeah, but not the controllers. I never let them know until they notify me that I should be signing, filling out a letter letting them know that I'm done with business there.
Okay.
But I still own the building.
I got you.
Yeah, and so I would go there, I would clean up, and I would just piddle around, but there's no customers, there's no profit, there's no deliveries, there's no nothing there. But I told the Hammond that since I go there and I piddle around, that I would pay for the 2 licenses. I was just hoping not to pay the late fees because I just wasn't doing any business no more.
Okay. Go ahead, Lisa, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, good.
So everything that he said is what he explained to me. I gave him a closure form and told him that I needed that in order to make it final. We both had discussed it, and he said that he would be turning it in probably, June, so that he
Yeah.
wouldn't have to renew for 2027. So, as far as the late fees, we're fine with them being waived.
Okay. Any objection?
No, it sounds like he's not doing business, and I guess if he's gonna just pay the underlying fees, he can conduct business if he wanted to till the end of June, and then send the closure form in, and it will be renewed from there.
Okay,
And the only reason why I'm not handing it in now, just in case, because I am building this pole barn out myself, and it's a lot of work.
I got you.
So if I'm not done by June, then I will pay for the license, but you won't see any business being conducted there.
Okay.
Motion to waive the late fee.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Sir, if you'd like to stay till the meeting's over, 5-10 minutes, you can get a copy of this and go downstairs and pay it, or, yeah, if you want to pay it.
Yeah, I can wait. I
Okay,
can wait.
thank you very much.
All right,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you, Lisa.
Okay, moving on to let's see. Letter C, request for a late business license hearing submitted for approval.
26. Motion to set that for February 26, 2026.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter D, garage sale permit submitted for approval. Yeah.
Okay. Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E, a variance application for Hammond Fire Station Number 7, signed by the board president. We don't have to take any action today, we just wanted that on the record.
Is that for the current station or future station?
Future,
Future station. okay.
yes, right? Yes, future, yes. No action necessary, we just want to put that on the record. Moving on to number 10, old business. Letter A, status for 6102 through 04 Kennedy Avenue.
Good morning to the board.
Good
Want
morning.
to set the record on this.
Okay.
So it was originally in front of the board on August 7th as a new demolition. The board determined at that time that it did not want to enter the order of demolition and reset it for a status on October 2nd. This is the Chuck and Irene's, near the Chuck and Irene's property. It's actually the garage next door that we're actually complaining about, not the Chuck and Irene's building, which I think continues to go through rehab and there's no issues there. The owner is, I'm probably going to butcher this, but Edificio Kennedy LLC. Miss Amanda Gallardo appeared back in October. She mentioned that there was a lot of rehab has been done on the Chuck and Irene's building, and that was where their focus was at the time. And we set it over and gave her 120 days to see where we were at. So I want to show the board some photos that were taken by Mr. Pollock yesterday.
Yes.
Of the garage area, which again, continues to be a concern of the city. I understand that Ms. Gallardo and the LLC are focused on Chuck and Irene's. However, we did not really take any enforcement action back in August. It looks like nothing's been done, and again, I'm not trying to criticize what's been going on at Chuck and Irene's, because I'm sure that's where they're putting all their money, but we still have this appurtenant structure that doesn't look too good. And so I'm looking for an update from Ms. Gallardo, and and then our recommendation would be, if we're not going to enter the demo order today, then I'd like to hear about a plan and then set it for a quick status and see what's going on.
So, ma'am, for the record, can you give us your name again and your association with the property?
Sure. Good morning. My name is Amada Gallardo. I'm the owner.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, you heard Attorney
I did.
Smith. Can you please give us an update on where
Absolutely.
you're going with it?
So he is correct. So I did mention last time, we've invested over $200,000 in Chuck and Irene's. It's not just the bar. There's 22 rooms upstairs. We regutted the entire building. We're probably 98% done. My husband is installing bathroom stalls. So we're going to have 22 rooms, brand new HVAC, roofing, you name it. We exhausted our capital, obviously, for that. I did say that that building was kind of thrown in the mix. Our main focus and purchase was the bar and the hotel. And because that building had a fire, the prior owner collected a claim on it. He said, if you want it, it's yours. And I said, all right, I'll take it. So, first off, I do want to say the building is secure. There's no safety hazards. There's no immediate danger to the public or anyone else. We do have tools, we have materials that we've used for the bar inside that building. 2, I am exploring financing options. I needed to rehab and have the bar complete in order for me to get some type of line of credit or money from that. The roof alone is going to cost me about $100,000 for that building. I know the court enforcement is focusing on windows and doors. This isn't a cosmetic issue. There was a fire. The inside of this building is charred. If I'm going to do things, I need to do it the right way. So we're talking siding, flooring, electrical, plumbing, roofing. That's probably over a $300,000 project. Now, if the city wants me to slap on, decent doors and windows, I can do that, but it's just more time and money for myself, and we have to take that down. So our plan is to start this year. My inspections for Chuck and Irene's will be in the next 2 weeks, because I am done with it. I just got the extinguishers. Everything's pretty much done. What else?
So, ma'am, the only thing I would say is, I appreciate everything you just said. But
Thanks.
the building is very unsightly. So people drive by that all the time. I see a camper, I see a truck that's got it missing the front end. So I appreciate you're trying to get financing, and you're saying you want to get started this year.
Correct.
So what is your ultimate goal ultimately with this building?
So-
What do you hope to make of it?
So I did mention this last time, but I'll say it again. So my goal is to have a car wash in the back. That mechanic shop had a painting bay, so the cars will enter the rear of the bar. We will have a hand car wash, and then the front area will be a storage. We're not going to rent it. We don't want to lease it out, but we were thinking of maybe having some kind of venue or a hall with the flooring. So kind of like what's the word? Like an event space. So we do want to have good flooring, good walls, funeral luncheons, work luncheons. That's our plan.
So we can't know what the funding source is going to be eventually for the building, but when do you hope to secure that, and when do you hope to get this completed?
This year, I plan to do it this year.
All that stuff in this year?
Not completed, but at least pull my permits and then start on the project, start getting my bids.
So, a couple things that I heard, I just want to point out to Ms. Gallardo, is that if she does want to put a car wash there, if she does want to have an event space there, those are both things that she should definitely have a meeting with our planners down in zoning, because a car wash is going to need a conditional use. Event space, as you all know, there's an ordinance regarding event space, so like
Okay.
that has to go through, to make sure it's zoned. If it's not zoned properly, I don't want them to plan a car wash
Yeah.
and it becomes a problem, right? Because then you're throwing good money after bad.
That's
I'd
true.
rather have you have the meeting with Brian Poland or Tom Novak down in planning. That should be step one. And then, again, the only reason I say this is it's more anecdotal than anything, just because we've been doing this for a while, is that we want to see some progress, right? So, it's not easy to get financing. Maybe they have the wherewithal to do it, and I hope they do, and that's great if they do. I just want to make sure that we're not here in 6 months with we're still working on financing. I think maybe what would make us feel a little bit better about where we're going on this is to have Ms. Gallardo agree to allow Mr. Pollock to go in for an interior inspection, especially since she described it as charred inside. So I want to get a feel for what is going on inside, because a building like this generally, had they not done such a great job with Chuck and Irene's and put a lot of money into it and stuff, I would have suggested affirm the demo order, let's get this thing down, it's a fire. There's a fire going on, right? I think under the circumstances and given the facts of this, where this building was thrown in at the end, and, they, obviously, it's probably great for storage for what they're trying to do. We're kind of giving them a little bit of a longer leash than we usually would in this situation, but I do want to see, get an idea, so Jordan can get an idea what's going on inside, and then maybe set it for a 60-day status. And at that point, if we're still kind of in we're trying to get financing, we don't know if we have a plan, we'd probably request the order be entered, just so we can at least keep that process moving if it doesn't move forward. And hopefully by that time, Ms. Gallardo will be able to speak with planning to get a feel for whether the car wash / event space is doable or not.
Gotcha.
So can I ask, what is Mr. Jordan going to inspect, or what's his point of going in? What would he look at?
So anytime there's a fire or damage to the property for unforeseen circumstances, we do go in to do an evaluation for the property to determine what all is going to need to be repaired. You deemed some sections as charred. Per building code, any sections of charred, damaged, or affected wood need to be replaced. So just so
Okay.
that we can get an idea of what all type of work needs to be completed,
Okay,
then we can go from there, just because if the entire roof structure needs to be replaced, you mentioned 100,000. For something that size, we would see somewhere in the 125 to 140 range if the entire structure is damaged.
okay.
So we would just want to try and get an evaluation on that.
Yeah, what it can do also is his report may be helpful for you to bring to a contractor to say, this is what the city is requiring, give me a quote, right?
Right.
At some point, Ms. Gallardo may determine, you know what, it's cheaper for me to knock this one down and build a new storage area. I don't know, right? So that's something you're going to have to weigh and determine. But I think this report, and they do a good job with the reports, will help you go in. Because if you just have a contractor come in, they may say we got to do this, but if it's not what the city requires.
Right. Do you by any chance have the date of the fire? I don't mean to be nitpicky, but When
I
I-
can get that for it afterward.
okay, when I purchased the building, it was sitting there and it looked exactly the same, and the fire had
it
already
could have.
happened.
That's like saying the guy next to me was speeding faster than I am when I was pulled over. These things kind of come up as they come up through either neighbor complaints, inspectors are taking.
No, I understand. I just asked for a reasonable extension to allow me to get financing, and I don't want to be here every 2 months when I'm actually trying. I am an owner of 2 other ice cream shops. I have 4 rentals. It's not like Chuck and Irene's is my only business, and I don't want to make it seem like, or the gentleman make it seem like I'm not going to get financing. I have line of credits and great credit and great
I think
financial history.
I think maybe you took that the wrong way. I think getting inside the building gives him an idea, gives the city an idea of how long this process is going to take,
Okay,
how long it should take, and as Attorney Smith said, it's going to help you ultimately when you go to somebody and say, here's what I need. we are not
And
entering.
we've been doing that, sorry to interrupt.
I
We have,
understand.
we have.
And we're not entering the order today because of what you've done to Chuck and Irene's.
And I'm also paying taxes on that property.
I understand.
Okay.
They're
Normally
paying
today
taxes
we
on
would-
every property in the city.
Yeah,
I mean,
normally we would enter the order today because we want to keep things moving.
Right.
We're not because of you've done such a good job with Chuck and Irene's, but I think getting in and letting us do this
Okay.
inspection is the way to go. I
Okay.
really do. We're not trying to say that you can't get funding or anything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and we rarely give a 4-month extent. I mean,
Yeah.
120 days from the last time we were here is rare for this
Mm-hmm.
board to do that. So I don't think we're really picking on anyone by making someone come back in for a half hour every 60 days to keep an eye on this. I mean, the next property we're going to call, we've had in probably every 60 to 90 days for 2 years. So,
Yeah, so I think 60
Okay.
days is fair. You come back in 60 days, maybe you've secured funding, maybe you haven't, maybe you're closer, you can tell us that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you have a better idea of what you can and can't do with the building.
Okay.
So I don't think that's too much to ask.
Okay.
Especially, it's like you said, it's a half hour, 20 minutes of your time, and it keeps us updated with what you're doing.
Right. It's not really like the timing, it's just, that burden that it's like,
I
okay,
understand,
February
but
6th, February 6th.
We wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't stay on top of
I
these
agree.
things, and that's what we're doing. So-
Okay,
and
I understand.
because we don't have an order, I do need to make sure that Ms. Gallardo's okay with the interior inspection between now
Of
and
course, yeah.
gas.
Is that something he can call you directly?
Of course,
and set up?
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
I know Jordan,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay, and in the meantime, the stuff like the truck and the camper, is there anything we can do with those things? Because can you see
Let me see that.
the truck, can you show her those?
Can I see that?
There's a camper there, there's a truck with the front end missing,
The mechanic on the back end of the building.
just general cleanliness, is there
Oh, that's
something
not
we can-
mine, that's probably the old mechanic. Yeah, that's not mine. I'll
Yeah,
see what I can do about
Is there
that.
something we can do with those items? Because
Yeah.
that really doesn't.
Because when we did take over, there was probably like 7 cars in that
Gotcha.
parking lot that were left back from the
Okay.
mechanic.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, if you could do whatever you can to clean as much of that up as possible, that'd
Okay.
be great.
sure,
Okay.
thank you. Yep, I
So
work on
we're
that.
gonna pick 60 days, April 2nd? Is April 2nd
April
okay?
2nd.
Go the
Sure.
following week, or wait,
April
is
9th?
that that's a Thursday, sorry. Yeah, second.
Second's good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Motion to set the matter for status for April 2nd, 2026.
Same time, right? Same
I,
time?
I
Okay.
second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you for being
Thank
here
you,
today.
you're
Thank
welcome. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
time.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. President. Jordan, make sure we get her phone number, and I'll get the date to her. Or if she wants to stay till after meeting, I'll get it when we're done. Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Letter B, status for 847-117.
So, of course, we're all familiar with this property. Last time it was up was December 18th, which Jordan stated that the property had a building permit pulled, which had expired, reconnect pulled in April for the gas. The Ms. Ashley Sears, which is here today, daughter of the owner, appeared. She stated the reconnect was done, and she was away at school and has been now working with her, I think it's your dad?
I took over the
Yeah,
project.
she took over
Took over.
everything, financing, and the goal is to have occupancy by June. Jordan has some new photos, it's in there recently, I can show those to the board.
Yep. HVAC guys are in there now, getting that done. There's never been water to that building since we bought it, so we have to dig up for the B-box, and that's our next course, is to get the B-box dug to the main and have water turned on.
Just for the record, can you give us your full name again?
Ashley Sears?
Okay. So what's your expectations as far as finishing the job? Do we
June.
have June?
Yeah. I'm still on that time period, yes.
Okay, so do we set something in between the?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that April 2nd date as long as it's okay with Ms. Sears and she can make it that day. I think we're really close to the finish line, which is great. It's really impressive that this thing is now moving in high gear, which is great. Because I think everybody's excited about the
Yes,
project,
Yep.
so getting it to the finish line it will be good news. So if we could just have a quick status in April to make sure we're still on that June date, then that'll be great.
Depending on my new job, it will either be myself or my brother Michael here.
Okay, and you can always appear by Zoom too.
Okay,
If
that's,
easier.
okay,
So-
I can just reach out and let you guys.
Yeah, you can go on gohammond.com, there's a calendar, and there's like a link, and you'll just show up there, and
Okay.
Do we need to
Awesome.
get in anytime before April 2nd to get
I
some
don't
more
think
pictures?
so, I think
or we're
Jordan's
good?
just been there. Jordan, you good with, do you need to get back in there before April 2nd?
No.
Okay,
Okay, so April 2nd?
Okay,
Okay.
April 2nd, yeah.
April 2nd, yes.
Awesome. I don't need an inspection for the HVAC or anything once it's complete?
yeah,
You would need the final inspections when the HVAC is completed, the plumbing is completed. Majority of the insulation was there, so just the final after everything is completed.
Oh, okay, so the,
You still need to call for your finals, but we don't need an inspection regarding the demo right now.
okay, so just keep going and.
Yep.
and keep going.
Keep getting in touch. Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Motion to set the matter for status for April 2nd, 2026.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, moving to number 11, late rental registration hearings. I don't see any. Number 12, the meeting's now open to the public. If anybody has anything they want to say. Jake, you good? Okay.
Motion to adjourn.